SC commutes death sentence to life without remission for man who killed wife, children. Supreme Court on July 16, 2025, commuted the death sentence awarded to a man for the brutal killings of his wife, sister-in-law, and 3 children in 2017, sentencing him instead to life imprisonment without the possibility of remission. A bench of Justices Vikram Nath, Sanjay Karol, and Sandeep Mehta upheld the conviction of Bailuru Thippa, also known as Bailuru Thippa or Nayakara Thippa, for what it termed barbaric and ruthless murders. However, it found that the Karnataka High Court had not adequately considered mitigating factors and reports related to his conduct and psychological condition while confirming the death penalty. Referring to established sentencing norms, the court held that when there are mixed views on the potential for reformation, the view favoring the convict must be adopted. The judgment stated, considering the sum total of circumstances that drove the appellant convict to this point of committing this crime of a most reprehensible nature, the death penalty may not be appropriate. We are of the view that he should spend his days in jail attempting to repent for the crimes committed by him. The appeal was partly allowed, with the court setting aside the death sentence and ordering that the convict remain imprisoned for the remainder of his natural life without the possibility of early release. The incident occurred on February 25, 2017, when Thippa violently attacked and killed his wife Pakirama, her sister Gangama, and 3 children, reportedly driven by suspicions regarding his wife's fidelity. According to the prosecution, he assaulted them so brutally that 4 died on the spot and 1 succumbed to injuries en route to the hospital. He then allegedly exited the house and declared before neighbors that he had put an end to the lives of his wife and sister-in-law, whom he believed were involved in immoral activities, and also the children, whom he suspected were not his biological offspring. Eyewitness testimonies confirmed his frequent quarrels with his wife. Several witnesses saw him wielding a weapon and covered in blood. Others testified that he emerged from the house and confessed to the murders in public, claiming the children were born from his wife's alleged promiscuity. The court found the sequence of events to be deliberate and premeditated. The bench remarked that the killings were motivated by hatred, not sudden provocation. His planning and forethought is sufficiently exhibited by the fact that he sent away the only child he considered to be his own, Rajeshwari, the court noted. Rejecting any theory of external interference, the court said the chain of circumstantial evidence presented by the prosecution was complete and left no room for doubt. Not a shred of evidence, either oral or documentary, has been produced to posit the appellant convict's innocence or suggest the involvement of a third party, the bench observed. On sentencing, the court examined whether the case met the threshold of the rarest of rare doctrine laid down in earlier rulings. It cited the 2023 judgment in Manoj v. State of Madhya Pradesh, which set out a framework requiring courts to assess the social and psychological background of death row convicts before confirming capital punishment. As per that ruling, courts must obtain and consider reports on the convict's life history, including any trauma, mental health issues, or rehabilitative potential. The bench noted that while the Karnataka High Court did call for such reports in accordance with the Manoj judgment, it failed to evaluate them in detail. The mitigation report revealed that Thippa had suffered from a lack of parental love, had dropped out of school due to learning difficulties, and had faced repeated business failures due to impulsive decisions. He also endured a failed first marriage, linked to substance dependency issues, and displayed suicidal tendencies in prison. Once incarcerated, he suffered mental health struggles and twice made an attempt to take his own life, the court recorded. Citing its recent ruling in Remission v. Registrar General 2025, the bench reiterated that courts must consider a convict's criminal history, prison conduct, and potential for reformation when deciding on capital punishment. It observed that Thippa had no prior criminal record and had shown satisfactory conduct in custody. Swipe left for next video. Regarding the last one, it can be said that given there is mixed opinion on whether he shall or shall not be able to reform his way, the court will err on the side of caution. Just as when there are 2 possible interpretations of a given set of facts or circumstances, the one that favors the accused is to be adopted, the judgment concluded. The Supreme Court thus commuted the death penalty and directed that Bailuru Thippa remain in prison for the rest of his life, without any possibility of release or remission. Latest vlogs.